Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 11th episode of Yakusoku no Neverland. Now last episode, things were definitely not doing so great. We had Norman who got shipped out, although it's a little bit up in the air whether or not he actually died. It's definitely one of those no body, no death sort of situations. And we did see him look at something with a lot of surprise, and I'm definitely curious what that could be, because it wasn't surprised at seeing a demon, because that's what most people in this world would be surprised about, because he already knew about that. So I don't know what he would have been that surprised about. Like, unless he saw other kids or whatever. I don't know. Wouldn't make sense though. So I've been thinking a lot, past week or so about what he could have seen. And I honestly can't even come with a good guess, really. Like, I mean, just I'll probably have to think about that more, but hopefully I can come up with at least an entertaining guess on that. But yeah, also Emma. Mom tried to convince her to give up on running away, how it's futile. How she would, maybe we could try to work things out for her to become a mom herself, so she could, survive. Which is the best thing you could really hope for in this world, realistically. But Emma's not a big fan of that. She hasn't given up yet. She's still fighting, and we're gonna probably figure out what she's thinking about this episode. So let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. Right with the opening, of course. One of the guesses I had about what Norman saw there was that maybe the kids that were taken away weren't actually killed. They were just, they're at a better, they were, just out there, they're playing or something. But that wouldn't make sense because we actually saw Connie straight up dead. So, you know, that sort of plot twist, that sort of double plot twist wouldn't really be possible. Another guess I had was like maybe he saw a big sign that says it's just a prank, bro. You're not actually gonna die. Go back and play. But since Norman never comes back, that wouldn't make sense either. I still love the flip he does off the rock. That's probably my favorite part. Well, favorite part of that character. I think Emma's bits are my favorite when it comes to the parkour bit of the opening. Yeah, I remember that face. That's not a face you could forget. That clock ticking. You should save all the kids. Oh? That's surprising. But I believe you. He may or may not be dead, just saying. Okay? Well, I mean, that ship's kind of sailed at this point, so... Yeah. Well, it's a mom's job to watch her children, so... Okay. Is that who she's referring to? And that makes sense. Nobody's really paying attention to those two. They're not main characters. Okay, but we still need a specific plan, yeah. Okay, is it a good plan? Okay. Sit. Of course, just gotta sit on the chair in a cool way. Only two. That's another big problem, yes. Yeah, they will be hard to deal with, you know. Yeah, you gotta be very careful whatever you're gonna do. Okay. We're gonna burn the place to the ground? Wow. That's... That's one hell of a distraction, yeah. Just burn the place. Fair enough. This is kind of a no going back sort of plan, but... Yeah, you know. They're pretty cool. Well, only use them in video games, but... They're always fun. I hope not. There's no one I care about. Well, Emma, what do you think of his plan? I mean, that's true. We did have that training montage stuff. Ah, don't do that. Yeah, I figured that this wasn't gonna change that. Yeah, some of those kids will have difficulty getting past the cliff. Poor babies. I mean, babies you could just probably chuck across the cliff. The landing is a problem. Yeah, I guess we're already getting started here. Just dumping it on the ground. I'd rather let Emma do it. Okay, what now? Yeah, just abandon the building. It's important. Yeah, that's a concern, but... Oh? You should lock Mom in a room and then set the place on fire. Because realistically, that'd be our best chance of killing her. But they probably don't want to do that, so... Light... Oh. What are you doing, man? Uh... No! Come on, dude, that's... Uh... Uh... Are we really building up to Emma being the only one to survive this? My god, dude. Uh... Uh... Is it... Uh... I mean, Ray is pretty much the most pitiable character in this show. Man, I had no idea where he was going with that when he first lifted up the thing and then he just dumped it on himself. I didn't see that coming at all. I don't want Ray to burn to death. But are we really doing this, like, now? I guess so. Yeah, think this through, man. There's no going back from this. Don't don't jump at him, Emma. That's not a good idea either. Those poor kids have no idea what's about to happen. I mean, not those kids specifically, because that's a flashback, I think, but I just mean in general. Because I think it's a flashback, because some of those kids did look like Emma, you know, and stuff. But I don't know. Well, we definitely went from a very intense scene to a very calm scene. Happy birthday. Okay, so I guess it wasn't a flashback. I guess I was just seeing things with some of those kids looking like our main characters. That would be the oil, you know. Uh, yeah, you really don't want to open a door in a fire room like that, and the oxygen get in there will really make a kind of boom. But I guess you didn't have a choice. Yeah, Ray's a part of that fire. He is. Mom looks very upset. Uh, and not completely sure what to do. Well, she figured that out pretty quickly, which I kind of figured from the look on her face. Mom, the place is on fire, what do we do? I could have swore one of those babies looked like Emma, but that shows what I know. Wow, that's kind of messed up. I'd like you to save the rest of him, too. Well, don't worry, Mom, it happens to the best of us. Maybe we disabled them. Maybe that was part of the plan. Well, she's gone. Uh, yeah, she's leaving. Yeah, maybe the tracking device was abandoned there. Yeah, you're gonna pick it up, aren't you? God, the whole ear. Uh, was hoping it wasn't the whole ear. Uh, no, finding her now. And we've definitely got to the point of no return, there's no doubt about that. It's gotta hurt so badly, and it'd be so hard to hear. What? How could you smile in that situation? There's nothing to smile about right now. What? So we get to see exactly what happened from this? She seriously grabbed the fire. Ow! That's painful as slicing your ear off. uh, okay, then. What did we do exactly here? Did did Ray take off a tracking device and then leave? Leave the tracking device in the fire? Is that what he did? Okay. Is that a wiener? Ow. Oh. Damn. Are we just... I guess that's what that is, but, I guess we're going for a rotting flesh and hair sort of smell. Sounds disgusting to think about. Add a lot of bit of flesh to the pile. Wow. Emma, you really are my favorite character in this show. Well, I guess you already knew about that. Yeah, I have to deal with that. I'm glad that it seems like it's not going down that road, though. I don't want Ray to die, he's cool. uh, okay. And then preferably find me and take me along once you get to, near the headquarters. I'm probably still over there, maybe. Huh. Cool. So yeah, things came together pretty nicely here so far, but we still have to escape. So that's still a thing. Yeah, if she didn't catch that fire, that would have been a very different scene. Just clothes and a bunch of meat and hair. Now we burn. But yeah, then yeah, Emma's acting was pretty good though, because I was convinced. Yeah, that's when it started. But that's still real though. She still cut her ear off. Ugh. Did you have to cut the whole ear off? It wouldn't just the lobe suffice. I get you were in a hurry, but still, Oh, that's funny. Get wrecked, Mom. How? Well, I guess that makes sense. I hope so, because we're kind of betting on that. So we did talk about this before Norman left. Well, yeah. Like Phil. At least she's thinking realistically. It's I want to know what the deal is with the baby. Oh, wow. Well, that was smart. That was actually really smart. That's... Wow, well played. I didn't notice. Yeah, we just gotta make sure we got the stuff and then bolt. It's good to see the kids are able to cooperate so well. Like the unimportant kids, I mean. We got to the wall. Now what, guys? What's our second part of this plan? You don't have your backpack, Norman. I don't care if you're not really here, you still need your backpack. I hope so, but every time you say that, I think it's not true. What? Yeah, that place is done for. I'm so glad the best thing about the building being on fire is that we finally got to the point where there is no going back. There's no, well, this plan didn't pan out, let's try again next week, you know? It's like, no, this is it. We are going. It'll either succeed or fail. And do you have to keep showing me the ear? Okay, what does Mom do? Okay. Deal with the building. That should be your priority. No, Phil's there. Why is Phil still there? Why? Come on. Why are you not with us? Are you a traitor that's ratting us out to Mom? I mean, if you were, it'd be better. It'd be kind of late to tell her about it. Because I was having a bit suspicious of Phil. He always appears at these locations and times that are very convenient. So I always thought maybe he was a traitor, but now that we see him behind, that's definitely tells me something could be up there. So yeah, now I'm definitely leaning towards him being a dirty traitor. Seriously, Emma, did you have to cut off your whole ear? There had to have been a more elegant solution to that, but just... Hopefully the show gets more seasons because, you know... Okay. Well, that was the 11th episode of Yakusoku no Neverland, and this was definitely an eventful episode, to be sure. Okay. Well, first of all, we had a bit of a conversation between Emma and Ray, who both have their own ideas of what they can do here. Emma made it very clear that she hasn't given up yet, and Ray, we always kind of knew / figured that he was very much in a self-sacrificing sort of mentality. I mean, he wasn't exactly good at hiding that. And yeah, he was willing to burn himself as well as the place of the ground as just a distraction for Mom. And he even talked about all this stuff about how he deliberately increased his value so it would be a bigger deal to Mom if something were to happen to him. And like, just, man, Ray is just such a pitiable character. Like, he's, you know, known about this whole monster thing for so long, has had to keep it a secret, and every time his friends were adopted, he knew the truth. He knew they were gonna die and he would never see them again and never get any letters and they would be eaten by monsters. And couldn't let that show on his face, and just, man, that must have just been the worst thing ever. And just, yeah, I feel so bad for Ray. Like, I do think he is the character that got screwed over the most in this show. You know, the one with the most suffering. You really can't blame him for being like the emo sort of character, you know? Just, yeah, no, yeah, it makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world. But Emma knew about, you know, Ray's ideas about what he was going to do with himself. So she was, you know, trying to stop him. And yeah, seriously though, when he dumped oil around and Emma said something about that not being good enough a distraction or whatever she said, and he like holds up the oil can, he's like, yeah, I know, and then holds it up. I was like, what? Okay, where are you going with this? I had literally no idea what he could possibly be talking about, but I was like expecting there to be some sort of oh my god, you're not really gonna do that, are you? Sort of moment. Like the way he was building up to it, I knew it was something like that. Then he just dumped it on himself, and it just clicked with me. He's like, oh my god, Ray, what are you doing? No, this is not okay. You don't just burn yourself as a distraction. No, do not do that. And Emma wasn't a big fan of it either. But and she tried to stop him, but they cut it short to make us think that it actually had happened. And yeah, I believe that it did, pretty much. Like, it had me fooled. Like, I held on to the hope in the back of my mind that maybe they were gonna pull a twist here where Ray isn't actually burning himself to death. But for the most part, it pretty much had me fooled that that's what happened there. Especially with Emma's acting, like that's what really sold it for me. That whole Ray, you know, the way she yelled it out loud. But yeah, had Mom fooled as well, and I did like the mom thing too, because she runs in, and I love the look on her face, the way she looks at Emma, like she knew right away that this was a plan to, you know, an escape plan, some sort of escape plan, you know, so or at the very least something to try to, you know, some sort of attack on her, you know, right? She knew immediately this wasn't some sort of accident. Yeah, it was, you know. So she just, so her first real reaction was, God damn it, why do you kids do this to me? The way she looked at Emma, like, I don't know, I really got a kick out of that for some reason. You know, it was still an overall sad scene, so I didn't really, you know, laugh much. But if it wasn't an overall sad scene, I would have laughed more at that look that she gave Emma. But yeah, you know, she clearly did not know what to do, not to handle the situation, and she had some sort of line, but let's at least protect the brain, because apparently that's the most delicious part of these smart kids. You know, but yeah, it was all a pretty messed up situation. Then she looks back like Emma to say or something, she's just like gone. She looks at her tracking device. So she's just around the corner. Okay, I guess I'll go walk up to her, and she's not there because it's just a tracking device is all that's there. I guess it was placed in a bucket. I don't know why it was placed in a bucket. I don't know what benefit that had over just putting it on the ground. Maybe she wanted to fool Mom for a few extra seconds into thinking she's hiding inside of a bucket. I don't know. Although I guess the real reason was to delay the reveal that it was the entire ear chopped off. I guess that's what it was. But yeah, I want to go back to one quick scene real quick before I talk about it. Yeah, Ray looked really scary holding up that that match flame. Some pretty scary stuff. Okay. Yeah, okay, this scene, the fire's dropping, and yeah, that baby right there at 9 minutes and 59 seconds, that looks like Emma, does it not? Like, you know, you can't see it on my screen or anything, but if you have the episode yourself, you'll know what I'm talking about. That kid there, and that also looks like Norman over there, so I could have swore that was a flashback, but then she like goes to her office, and then you hear Emma yelling to Ray, which, so it's like not a flashback, or a transition from a flashback to modern day at some point. I don't know, that did throw me off a little bit, though. I do hope I'm not alone in that, but that did confuse me a bit. Yeah, like, it looks like that's the same. It doesn't look like there's any kind of time jump between that bit and her walking into her office, so I don't know. That confused me a little bit, is just kind of my point. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too stupid to understand what happened there, but it confused me, is my only real point. But that's when the big reveals really started to happen. Once we actually caught up to Emma and stuff, we saw Ray there, which also confused me for a second. I was like, Ray, what? Why are you there? Are you just like a you know, a memory, like what we got with Norman a little bit after that? You know, the backpackless Norman. I thought maybe that's what it was, possibly. but then it flashed back and showed us what really happened with the fire incident. Emma caught it, which probably hurt a little bit, but nowhere near as much as the ear severing. And it's like, no, Ray, you're not gonna do that. Bad, Ray. Bad. We have a plan. We got some clothes. We got some meat here. Change into this. Okay, everybody ready? Yeah, I told everyone about everything. So, let's just go. We got all our stuff packed. Let's head off, Ray. And yeah, then we just put set the place on fire. And then Emma took a deep breath and yelled out Ray to begin her acting session. That was a pretty big reveal, Although one of the more reveals that really caught me off guard was the whole thing back when Sister Krona, when they were questioning her. Apparently all the kids were right outside the door listening to all of that. So they saw as a better way to convince them that the whole demon thing is true. Because that's a really hard thing to convince people of that haven't seen them firsthand. So that was really well played. I did not expect that in the slightest, really. So that was good. That was probably one of my favorite little reveals of the episode. I don't know, that one really was really good. But yeah, there was no shortage of reveals and stuff with this episode. Everything came together very nicely, just really showcasing how well written the show is. See, yeah, and then at the end Phil was still around, so I definitely am leaning towards Phil being a traitor at this point. Gonna tell it Mom, like, hey, the kids went over there, they're like right around that area, that's where we're supposed to go, so yeah, I want to follow me over there real quick and we'll go get him. That's kind of what I'm thinking. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize to poor Phil for accusing him, but I don't know, I don't see what other reason why he would still be there with Mom, because he had to have been told him everything that everybody else was told. What does he actually say? He just grabs her shirt, says Mom, and does he say anything else, or is that literally all he says in this scene? Like, you could just, it's obviously kind of framed as just a lost child that's confused and scared and doesn't know what to do, just everybody's suddenly gone. But that wouldn't make sense, because surely they told Phil about it too. They wouldn't just leave him out of it, so... Even though that's kind of how they make it look, I feel like it had to have been him, just he's a traitor and he's going to tell her everything. That's what I'm leaning towards. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That would be nothing new for me, obviously. But that's what I got. That's what I got. And yeah, we had a lot of really good Emma moments. Like, she really just laid into Ray, like, yelling at him, grabbing his face. I love those little bits a lot, I personally wouldn't be that intimidated by Emma, but, I would appreciate her yelling at me, if I was in Ray's position. It would definitely get me to snap out of it, get into it. But yeah, just that talk about Ray. That whole thing with Ray was just like, yeah, my life sucks. I've been working really hard just to increase my own value, just to strike back at them and all that. That was just some really depressing talk. That was probably the most depressing little bit of the whole show. I don't know, just the Ray stuff in general, thinking about his life and what it's been. But you gotta admire his determination, that's for sure. I don't know why Mom keeps holding on to the ear. Like, what benefit is that gonna give her? Why would you just hold on to a severed human ear? Like, it's a tracking device is in there. Like, it's not like it's gonna do any good to have it. I don't know why she just keeps holding it and looking at it. That's a little bit weird to me. But whatever, I know it's a rough day for Mom. But yeah, hopefully things go well next episode, because there's no going back at this point, really. They got no orphanage to live in. The tracking device is out of her ear. They've made their play, so hopefully things go well. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.